Thursday Night Live.
I am so glad to be back.
Everybody. Hello. Welcome back. Thursday Night Live. Thrilled to be here. Karen, you kick us off tonight.
Yes, I'm just so excited to be back. I had to miss last week, but that's okay. We got to take care of our grandbabies. My name is Karen Miles. I'm from Long Grove, Oklahoma. I'm a sales director, and I get to be with my sidekick right over here. And her name is Dee, and she's going to take it away.
Hi. Yes, Dee Beasley Hayden coming to you live from Louisville, Texas. And we are thrilled that you're here. And I want to share with you my town that I live in, Louisville, has our manufacturing plant for Mary Kay. And what's so cool is when the pandemic hit, Mary Kay, because we are a full-blown manufacturing plant, went to whoever was in charge of all that and said, hey, we can make hand sanitizer for you and pass it out to all, people in doctors, nurses, firemen, anybody that was having to deal with the public with the virus. And Karen, y'all, can you believe this? We spent $9 million making sanitizer. $9 million, y'all. And then we gave it all away. We gave it all to the front lines. And so this is just this little powerful bottle. Their bottle was a lot bigger, I will tell you that. But this little hand sanitizer of Shea Butter, oh my gosh, Shea Satin Hands. I did a teacher appreciation yesterday, and all the teachers, I swear, they go, oh, I love that. It's not greasy. It's not sticky. It doesn't smell. It's not drying. And they absolutely love it. So I just thought I would share that little story. But tomorrow is Keith Louisville Beautiful Day. And because I live in Louisville, I got a call from Mary Kay Corporate. It said, hey, would you like to come out and help, be part of the sales force? It's going to be out with our CEO of Mary Kay tomorrow morning. So I'm just so excited to give y'all the scoop and the lowdown on that. But isn't that cool that we have a company, one, that products are made in the USA, but two, that we give back. We are all about giving back. So I thought I'd just share that little story to get started tonight. Isn't that fun?
I love that.
Yeah. So tonight, so we're doing a little series. We have a top director that has put together a Beauty Through the Ages. And I watched it and I was just mesmerized by it. I thought this is perfect. And so last week, if you missed us, we focused on the teens and women under 20. And this week we're focusing on women in their 20s. So maybe they're in college, maybe they're already a stay-at-home mom, maybe they're already in corporate and, they're just like not loving it. But it's really cool that we are from 18 to 80. And, I was talking to one of my girlfriends today, and she said there's this one lady that comes to our networking group, and she's done everything. She's done jewelry, and then she did hair, and then she did something else. And now she's doing something else. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And she said this, it was so true. She said, and every time she comes back with something new, and Mary Kay, we're the steady Eddie, we're right here. And I thought, isn't that powerful? And so true. So true. Now, Karen, when did you start first using Mary Kay? I had really bad acne when I was like 18 years old, 19 years old. Really bad acne. How about you?
17 years old.
17. Yep. So girls, we've got it all the way through all the generations. And so that's what we're doing this month is Beauty Through the Ages. And so tonight we have a really fun young lady, Chelsea, and she is in her 20s. And so she and Heather is the host. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring that in. Let's see if we can get that done. Now, just remember, y'all, technology is technology. So hopefully, Yes, if this doesn't work, no worries. We'll pivot. I heard another training I did this morning. She goes, "There's plan A and there's plan P." I was like, "P?"
P.
Yeah, and she you got plan A and you got P for pivot. And so us in the Mary Kay world, we are all about pivot. We understand the word pivot very, very, very fully. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get our video up. Give me just 1 second. Let's see. I think I want to do that right there. No, that's the wrong one. Hang on. I'm trying to get the right view. Okay, there it is. All right. So let me hit the play button. Are we ready? Do you want to add anything, Karen?
No, I'm just telling you, I love all the new stuff that we've got going on in Mary Kay.
Yes.
It is just wonderful. And actually, I met somebody today that actually knows Ryan Rogers personally.
Oh, wow. So Ryan Rogers is Mary Kay's grandson, and he's supposed to be at that event tomorrow. And we're planting trees, if you're wondering, for Arbor Day. So we're planting
Can you
trees.
give me a picture then tomorrow with Ryan?
I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe across the parking lot. I don't know if he'll have on his work clothes or not, but we're digging in the dirt.
Okay.
All right. So this is Chelsea Atkins, and in between the skincare and color, we're going to pop in there and talk about the new skincare line as well. Let me do one other little quick thing here. I'm just going to speed it up just a smidgen. And it just, because, it just speeds it up. Okay, are we ready? I keep asking. All right, here we go, girls.
So rolling here with Chelsea Atkins. So excited, Chelsea, that you are Princess Chelsea. That's what I like to call you because that is your Instagram handle. And so that's what I always think of. When I see you, I think it's very appropriate. So we were just talking that you started Mary Kay when you were 20, and now how old did you just turn? And was it traumatizing?
It was not as bad as I was expecting, but I'm literally looking at it because my birthday banner is still hanging right here. The big 30 I just hit. And I'm so excited about it. Actually, everyone says your 30s are way better than your 20s. So I'm actually really happy.
The 30s are so good. Like you realize that you barely just survived your 20s. Like it really is in that like survival, and then you get to thriving. That's
Yes.
that's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about your background.
I love this question. Let me show you.
Okay, so first you're gonna find the Stitch Fix styling quiz. It's in
Okay,
two pieces. You're gonna
Do,
love.
do
Now it's the fun part to try things on.
Yeah, so my background as far as makeup goes, I've always been really into makeup. I was a pageant girl, so I was a sorority girl, I was a cheerleader, all the things. So makeup has always been my jam. Honestly, when I was approached about Mary Kay, I immediately was like, no, that is for old ladies who wear blue eyeshadow up to their eyebrows, not really my jam. And so happy to say that's not the case. But so I've always really been into makeup, but skincare, I literally knew nothing about. I would wear a full face of makeup and like sleep in it at night because I was never taught. We're not taught how to take care of our skin in school. We're taught wash our hands, brush our teeth. No one teaches us how to take care of this. And so I really just did not know. I think I owned like a Clean and Clear Morning Burst oil control cleanser. I can specifically see it in my head. It was green. And I used that maybe once quarter. So skincare was never my thing, but now skincare is so my thing. I love makeup too, of course, still, but skincare is really my jam.
Yep, absolutely. I love that you always were into makeup and not into skincare. I was the opposite. Like I loved skincare, but makeup was like, that's weird. Like I don't know what to do with that. So a pageant girl is really cool. We have to talk about that sometime because that's just really neat. Yeah. I think that's very, very cool. So you're into Mary Kay. Tell me a little bit about who you work with, like what your clientele. I know you do a lot just because we're social media friends. I know you do a lot of makeovers. You do a lot of teaching makeup, like things like that. Like where's your passion point there? And then go right into this because Chelsea said something really cool when we first got on. I was like, how are you going to do this? And she's talking about splitting her face into two because the 20s have two different perspectives. And I'm like, I'm so excited to get started. So tell us a little bit about who you're working with and then hit it, girl.
Yeah, so I feel like I am majority working these days with the 30s and up crowd because I find that younger people are getting all of their skincare knowledge from TikTok. And so they are like out here doing all of the things, and they're wearing very minimum makeup. And so that's really they're not really necessarily interested as much in coming for a makeup lesson because they're wearing like mascara. And so the older crowd though, they are like, no, I need to learn how to do my makeup. I need to learn how to take care of my skin. I never learned how. I've got wrinkles. I'm starting to get dark spots. I'm getting redness, and I have all these things and I don't know what to do. And so that's primarily who I would say I work with the most. It is really rewarding to see someone at the end of the appointment look in the mirror and say, I haven't felt this beautiful in so long. That is literally my favorite part. So I just love it.
Great. It is the absolute best when people are like in tears sometimes, and you're like,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, girl, tell us about the split face, because this is really cool.
Let's do it. So I'm going to talk about skincare first, and I don't know necessarily that the skincare is going to be much of a split. I'm just going to talk about my personal experience and what I find the most in 20s. I personally am not super concerned with aging yet, just based off of genetics and just what my skin looks like right now. I'm not having really any signs of aging. And so I'm not super concerned in that area. I'm not worried about Botox or anything right now. So my skincare routine is very that of someone who is in their early 20s or someone who's just not really there, right? So of course I'm using eye makeup remover. I'm using Lazy Girl cleansers, what I like to call micellar water. If you are someone who struggles to take your makeup off or wash your face at night because you climb in bed to watch one episode of Netflix and that turns into 10 episodes of Netflix, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm not getting up to wash my face. Ta-da, this is Lazy Girl cleanser. I keep this on my nightstand with cotton rounds and moisturizer. I'm not lying to you. So that on those nights when I don't feel like doing my full skincare routine, this is not going to get my face 100% clean. It probably gets my face about 50 or 60% clean. That's better than nothing. So this is Lazy Girl cleanser. I love that. Okay. Because I'm still in my 20s. I'm not. Because I'm kind of still in my 20s. I find that I'm starting to have some adult acne, especially hormonally. And so it's over like the pandemic and stuff, my face like lost its mind. And so I started using a lot more acne products. I need to turn the blur off of my camera, but I started using more acne products because I was just breaking out so much more than I used to. So I keep the clarifying cleanser for acne. This has salicylic acid in it. So it's got some acne medicine in it for that time of the month when I really need it. Other than that, I'm using the 4-in-1 cleanser. This is our anti-aging. So it's like preventative skincare, almost like preventative medication. I don't use it to fix anything. I use it to preserve my skin, if that makes sense. So I alternate between those two cleansers. This is my favorite moisturizer in the world. I call it pudding because it literally has the consistency of pudding. I wish you could see it, but oh, there it is. It is incredible. And so when I feel like, okay, I should probably use something anti-aging, I use this, which almost has a very similar consistency as this. It's very, very lightweight, but this is an anti-aging moisturizer, which has lots of antioxidants in it. And it's still really nice and lightweight. It's made for combination to oily skin as well. Okay, just want to quickly talk about some of the supplements that I use, because I think that supplements make the biggest difference. If you're someone who's like needs to keep it simple and just do a cleanser moisturizer, you can do that and get away with it. But if you really want to amp up your skincare and really achieve your skincare goals, that's where supplements are going to come into play. So my absolute favorite, as you can see, it's all junky because I use it. This is my charcoal mask. It is like life to me. I have extremely oily, acne prone skin. So I charcoal mask anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. It's good for oily skin, acne prone skin, redness, rosacea, blackheads, whiteheads, clogged pores, all the things. Peppermint, navy bean, honeysuckle, and rosemary extract. It smells amazing. It's so nice and soothing. It dries and then you rinse it away. So it's not a peel off mask. It works like a magnet. It absorbs up to 100 times its weight in impurities, and then it's gone. That's incredible. Everyone needs it, especially for men who don't really have a skincare regimen or ever wash their face ever. Like my husband, I'm not calling him out. I love him. He's amazing. He's so great. But sometimes I'm like, honey, let's do a deep cleanse on your face because it's been a while. And so I use the charcoal mask on him. He's probably watching this like, way to call me out. Thanks. Okay. And then because I sometimes get like cystic acne, which is so painful and it's underneath the skin. And so I really love this is our glycolic acid facial peel. It works chemically underneath the surface of your skin. So it's going to exfoliate underneath. It is incredible, but this is not just for people in their 20s. I know that even women who are more mature and have issues with like the neck thing, I don't even know what you call it, turkey neck, that feels so inappropriate. But
it's really inappropriate when you have it, Chelsea. That's where it takes it from, it used to be funny and weird, and now it's like,
stop, you do not have turkey neck.
fine.
You got that turtleneck on to cover it. But yes, this is really incredible, especially for old acne scars, texture in the skin, cystic acne, anything like that. So I love that. Okay, and here's a new one for me, because even though, yes, I drive a pink Cadillac and have been doing Mary Kay for 10 years and have been teaching everyone the importance of wearing sunscreen for 10 years, guess who was not wearing sunscreen? Okay.
Really.
I am so oily, you guys, and I just have never liked any of our sunscreen products. They've always been so greasy. And then somebody in Mary Kay Heaven must have heard me, and they came out with this new sunscreen product. It is our new mineral facial sunscreen, and it is so good. I'm not lying to you. I would not lie to you. I promise. I don't sell products that I don't believe in. This is so good because it has a mattifying effect to it. It's really great for sensitive skin. So if SPF normally bothers you, this one's really great. It is a physical sunscreen instead of a chemical sunscreen. So it's awesome. I can't go into all the details. Honestly, I don't know all the details. I just know I like it. Okay. And then these two boosters I use, this one is the brightener. It has niacinamide in it. Did you know, fun fact, women of color are way more likely to develop hyperpigmentation and dark spots from any sort of trauma to the skin. So any acne, cut, mark, anything like that is instantly going to develop into a dark spot way quicker because of the melanin in our skin. So niacinamide is one of those really, really popular ingredients for women of color. And I was so excited when we came out with this because I've been hearing about niacinamide forever. So I love this for dark spots. And then I also use the Resurfacer, which is a really cool exfoliant serum that's going to help with texture in the skin. And then I always keep an acne treatment gel on hand for when a big old pimple likes to pop up on a really important day, and it'll knock it right out. So that is my skincare regimen. I don't use all of that on a daily basis at all. I'm lazy, but I do have them in my arsenal for when I am feeling fancy. I at least do cleanse and moisturize every single day. Okay, are we good on skincare before I go into makeup? Anything you want to ask, Heather?
We are really good. I love that. What I heard you say was that you have an arsenal, that you've got for this, if bare minimum on the days it can be bare minimum, but then you can also go more. And I think that versatility and that customization, even day to day, is really good. So that's what I loved. That's what I loved a lot.
It's important because sometimes we have rough days, right? We have rough days where it's like, I'm barely surviving and I barely can wash my face. Or sometimes we have rough days where we're like, I need a self-care moment. I need to do a charcoal mask and eye patches and all the things. Or sometimes you have a big event coming up. It's good to be prepared and have those things on hand so that you can get your skin ready, so that you have, all those things. So yes, absolutely. Okay.
Okay, let's see. What am I going to do here? Okay, we're going to do that for a minute. Oh my gosh, that was so much information in just a short bit of her time. But I do love that she was talking about you can do just a little, or you can do a medium, or you can do a lot, kind of depending on what's going on with your skin. And I find that to be true too, because sometimes I do a lot. And then sometimes, like if I'm just going to be at home all day, I might, just wash my face and put on sunscreen. And anyway, I love that. And I love the fact that she is giving us the options to do all of that. So she also mentioned our new skincare. And for those of you who didn't know, we actually have 6 skincare lines. Six. So when she was saying Grandma's Mary Kay, or Mary Kay was just for old ladies, we can say yes, yes, yes. And then for our 20-year-olds and our teens now, we can say yes. So like I was saying, woohoo. So really 18. I guess 18 you can join as a, start your own Mary Kay business. But I've already sold like 2 or 3 collections just in the last week of this new skincare. And Karen's showing it up here. So Karen, do you want to just kind of touch base on these? If our clients, if you're on your PCP, your VIP mailing list, you got a new catalog, this is it. And there's 4 whole pages dedicated to the simple solutions. And it's just called the Mary Kay Skincare Line. That's it, Mary Kay Skincare Line.
And our toner is back. Our toner is back.
Yes, our toner is back. So these 2 items, let's see. So the toner and the exfoliating scrub. These 2 products are actually a toner in a scrub. So why would we use a toner? Why do we use toners? Why do we use scrubs? Anybody want to put in the comments? All right. Well, a toner is actually considered an extra cleansing step. All right. And some people love a toner. Some people don't. I haven't used a toner in years. My mother, who's 85, uses a toner every day. And so it's just really a preference of what you want and the consistency of that. And of course, our exfoliators. This is a very gentle exfoliating lotion, and it's let's see. It almost reminds me. It's real pretty. It's pearlized, and then it's got really tiny little scrubs in it, and oh my gosh, it doesn't smell anything. Fragrance free, 100% fragrance free. No parabens, no phthalates, nothing that, all those negative things we hear about. We don't have any of that. It's made right here, like I said, in Louisville, Texas. But an exfoliator, I was talking to a potential customer this week, and she was, I said, do you ever exfoliate? And she's like, no. And like, she's in her 70s. And I says, okay, well, does your skin, do you ever feel like it just kind of looks dull or blah? And, do you feel like when you do put makeup on, it kind of goes like in and out? And she's like, yeah. And I said, well, that's because you need to exfoliate. So talk about how many exfoliators do we have? Physical exfoliators. We have, what do we have? I think you just held it up. Microderm?
We have microdermabrasion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the other.
Exfoliating, the Naturally line.
Oh, yes, we do have the natural line. And
now we have this. I think that's 3.
I thought we had 4. Do we just have 3?
We just have 3 physical exfoliators. And of course, we have our Radiance Peel that she was talking about for the throat and all of that. And that is a chemical exfoliator. So exfoliators come kind of in 2 categories, physical and chemical. And so, yeah, you're right, Karen. We have 4 total. 3 are exfoliators and 1 is a chemical. And then I guess you consider our charcoal mask is sort of kind of an exfoliator, but it's more like a magnet. So, yeah. And then they're just so clean and simple. It reminds me when I started using the product when I was, 18 years old. Oh my gosh, it reminds me so much. Just the look. It was white bottles with pink caps. And now we're chilling our age. And they're just
I know you're 22, Dee, so
yeah,
I don't
forever. But you know what's so cool? It comes in 2 formulas. And I was listening to I've been listening to all kinds of podcasts, okay? And these like 10 to 13-year-olds, they are all about skincare. Like they want serums. Like, don't need a serum. If you missed our teens up to our 20s video last week, oh my gosh. Yeah, they don't need a serum, but they could definitely benefit from the toner, the scrub, and of course, washing your face morning and night. So anyway, I love it. I love it. My clients are loving it. It's officially launching on the 15th. So it won't be on our website till the 15th, but some of your directors like me and Karen already have it. So we are already, people are already buying it. Our clients are already buying it. And then it'll be on our websites on the 15th. But our consultants are pre-ordering. So if you have a Mary Kay Beauty consultant, you can get with her and pre-order. So anything else you want to add about the new line?
No, I'm just really excited about that because we got something for teenagers now.
Yes.
It looks more like the regular skincare. It looks like the Time Wise instead of where the botanicals was totally a different line.
Right. And that's a great point. Botanicals is going away, phasing out, and and a lot of people get frustrated with our phase outs, but what you have to remember is we're a 60-year-old company. So we do have to change our products and make our products better and better and better. Otherwise, we would be stuck in the 60s.
Grandma stage.
Grandma stage, right? So our skincare is always on the cutting edge, which is what I love. We're always on the cutting edge. We're just right there. But yeah, that's a great point, Karen. That's a great point. All right. Chelsea's going to talk about some color items. Did you want to mention something? You're holding something up there.
Oh, I love this toning lotion.
Mhm.
And I was just actually rubbing it on my legs. Sorry about that. But this is a mess.
Well, go ahead and tell us about it.
Okay, this is a mess. The toning lotion. She caught me. I didn't mean to have it so far up. Sorry about that. But if you've got any crepes in your legs or anything or and your arms, this is really a must. Okay, this will help with all of that.
Okay, very good. Yeah, and guaranteed. Okay, let's go back to our video, and we're going to jump in with Chelsea and Heather, and they are going to talk about. And I think I'm going to slow. She's talking really fast. I think I'm going to slow us down a little bit. She's going to continue talking about the the makeup side, the glamour side. I'll get it right in a minute. All right, let me go over here and start sharing our screen. Share. Okay, there we go.
Let's talk skincare. So what I was telling Heather before we hopped on is that the 20s are really tough to talk about makeup wise because women in their early 20s are Gen Z. And those of us in our late 20s / early 30s are millennials. And so I feel like we totally have separate styles of makeup 100%. Okay. So I'm going to do one side Gen Z, one side millennial. And I know that this won't be, I know some of you guys are probably watching, you're like, well, I'm a millennial, I don't do that. I'm just giving you like a broad spectrum. It might not fit everybody, but just is what I'm thinking. So first I'm going to start with foundation primer this is my Gen Z side. I'm going to do primer first. On my millennial side, I'm going to do oil mattifier first. And so the millennial side, I feel like we were raised in a makeup era that everything needed to be very matte, no shine, like very, very matte. Okay. And so for an oily girl like myself, I really struggled with that. And so I love the oil mattifier for that reason, because it absorbs all the extra oil into my skin before I apply the rest of my makeup. So I'm doing my oil mattifier first and then my foundation primer. This is going to hold my foundation on and going to smooth over any pores before I apply the foundation so that the foundation doesn't look gross and like settle down into all my pores. Okay, so Gen Z side, millennial side. Millennial side, we're going for more of a matte full coverage look. Gen Z side, we're going for more of a glowy, sheer, natural look, because that is what just observing and from meeting with a lot. I mean, even like last weekend, I did prom makeup. I did a full face of makeup on this girl. It was gorgeous. Okay. We get to the end. She looks in the mirror and she said, "Can you take off all of the foundation?" And I was like, I mean, I did contour, I did blush, I did everything. She wanted me to take off her entire face. She was like, "I love the eyeshadow, I love the lips, but I don't like the foundation." And I find that to be so common amongst their age group. They want their natural skin showing. And so I am a pageant girl. I don't want nothing natural showing. I want to look like a drag queen. But you know, whatever you want, baby, I will give it to you. So I did wipe all her foundation off and she still looked beautiful. So Zanaya, if you're watching, I'm talking about you. But so I'm going to use our CC cream on my Gen Z, on my Gen Z side. So CC cream is this is so hard because I'm backwards, I feel like. So I'm like, am I on the right side? But this is a tinted moisturizer. It is very lightweight. It has SPF 15 in it. And it's just going to be extremely hydrating, which is exactly what the Gen Z girlies are going for these days. They want all the hydration. They want all the glow. They want all the sheer. And they don't want a lot of full coverage. So as you can see, this looks very, very natural. It doesn't really even look like I put anything on, but it just kind of smooths everything out. Now, let me show you what us millennial girlies like, or at least me. This millennial girly. I like full coverage, okay? I am using our cream to powder foundation. This is my absolute favorite. We do also have liquid foundations, which are kind of, I would say, would be an in-between. the CC cream and the cream to powder. They are more of like a medium coverage. This is extremely full coverage, which is what I love. And it also has more of a matte finish to it, where the CC cream has, this is so hard because I'm backwards, I'm like mirrored. This has, the CC cream has the glow. This one's not gonna give you any glow. Again, as a matte, as an oily girl, I really like that.
I use this every single day. Vegamore, not to be too dramatic, but has completely changed my life.
And this is going to just cover literally everything and give me more of that full face look. So you can kind of see the difference. I'm trying to make sure that and you can see that this side is a little less coverage and more glowy, and you can see my skin through it. This side is completely full coverage. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do the same kind of style with my concealer, except for I also feel like we differ here too. So I feel like Gen Z, they're just using very little. But millennials, we all about some concealer and some highlighting, okay? Like I'm all about it, baby. Honestly, like I would do my whole concealer up on my nose, down here. I feel like they're not doing as much of that. I'm taking my finishing spray and spraying that. Trick with your concealer, let it sit for a minute and kind of bake in. Go do something else while you allow it to sit, and then come back. So I'm gonna go to my brows. Okay, I need a mirror because I can't keep doing this. Okay. All right, so brows for millennials. We're more into a full brow, a defined brow. I feel my brows look a mess right now because I'm trying to grow them out because she messed them up last time. But I really feel that we're more into like a full defined brow. We also are recovering tweezers, pluckers, thin brow girlies, because back in the 2010 era, you know, we wanted them pencil thin. So we're recovering from that. Now we're really into the bold, thick brow. And I feel like the Gen Z girls are more into a natural fluffy brow. So they're not really doing a ton of filling in. They're doing more of just a brush up with clear brow gel. Sorry, I didn't grab my brush, but they're just doing more of a brushing up with clear brow gel.
Okay, Chelsea, you're on the millennial side there, right? The one you're on.
I messed it up.
No, you're good. I was like, wait, hold on. I think
you're right. I did. I messed it up. All right. I knew I was going to do that. It's so hard. Okay.
I felt like you were doing really good because I was going to mess. If I tried to do something like that, oh man.
All right. So I'm going to try to blend some of that out. But either way, they like, if you can tell, so I am back on the Gen Z side now. They like a fluffy, kind of almost a messier brow that's like up like this, like the laminated brow look is really in for the Gen Z, whereas millennials, we like a really, I feel like more of a defined brow, more of like brushed back and all in place. Okay, so I totally screwed that up, but it's fine. All right, so now I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend this out. A little hack is to spray your beauty blender with finishing spray before you blend it in. It's going to help your concealer to last longer. And so I am blending that out, and I am taking that concealer up.
I have never found a trimmer that doesn't cut me until I found Meridian.
Whenever I use a regular razor.
And I find that Gen Z girlies aren't wearing a lot of foundation. A lot of eyeshadow. We're really into like an eyeshadow look, you know, like the smoky eye was all about our era. We're all into the, you know, lighter shade and the darker shade and all that stuff. And I find that Gen Z girls, either they don't wear eyeshadow at all, or they'll just do like an all over kind of natural shimmer color, or just like some concealer. So I'm just going to take my concealer and take that onto my lid. And I'm going to probably just add a little bit of shadow later, okay? So this is my Gen Z side. Again, more on the natural side. And then this is my millennial side. We're getting a lot of concealer here. And this is how I do my makeup.
Never
I
anybody's
have not conformed.
finishing spray before. I've never seen anybody.
Say that one more time.
I've never seen
Oh,
anybody finishing spray. I'm gonna totally try that.
Because I'm so oily, I'm constantly
too.
looking for hacks with
Mm.
that. And I also use finishing spray in multiple layers on my face. So that's another thing. Okay, I'm gonna carve out my brows because I did not make time to do that. Normally I do my brows before I do my foundation at all. All right. This is the Gen Z side. This is the millennial side. So I'm just like making kind of sloppy work out of that. It doesn't have to be super precise, honestly. And I just take my concealer and carve that out to make it look a little bit more defined. Again, I don't really feel like Gen Z is doing that. I think they really like more of the undefined brow. My brows are not, I'm not having a great brow day, so you guys will just have to look over that. Okay, so next, let's move to powder. So one of the things that I see a lot of Gen Zs using, they use that little triangle puffy sponge, and they do like a pressed powder underneath their eye over top of their concealer. And that's pretty much the only powder that they are using because they want the glow. They don't want to, did I mess it up again?
Nope,
It's fine.
nope.
I'm
You're good.
Am I right? Okay.
I'm on you.
So they are just kind of doing the powder there to set and look really nice and smooth. And then they're keeping the rest of this really nice and glowy. And I am going to also use pressed powder on my side, but I'm going to use powder all over because, again, we like more of the matte look. Also, I'm really, really oily. So I want no shine at all. I want to be shineless. So I'm using translucent powder and setting everything else.
My goal is to make lines in the face absolutely okay. I don't believe in anti-aging products. I don't.
Do you find that a lot of millennials are still in their oily skin era?
No, actually, what's crazy is I feel like so many of them think that they're still oily and they're not. And I'm like, baby, we're old now. Your skin is dry now.
Yeah.
So
Decrepit.
it's so weird how that happened.
I know.
So actually, I feel like, no, I feel like a lot of millennials need to switch to a more dry skin routine and just have not yet. So because the glow is going to make us look more youthful and look more glowy and all that stuff. Now, I'm preaching to the choir as I'm telling you this because I'm like, no, I want all the translucent powder, but I don't have dry skin. And so I'm still in the wanting everything to be nice and matte look. Okay, let's talk cheeks. So Gen Z they're so into cream products and we don't really have any, honestly, right now. I'm using, this is the Velvet Lip Crayon from our 60th anniversary. And this is the millennial side. And I'm going to use this. I mean, this is the Gen Z side. Yes, this is, I'm going to use this for blush because they're so into blush right now. Like blush is major in the Gen Z population, which makes me so happy because I've always been into blush and I feel like it hasn't really been popular amongst my age group, but my mama, who was raised in the 80s, taught me to wear blush. So the blush is just so in. And so using a cream product and then using a sponge to blend it out. And they're even using blush like higher than we would think, like up underneath the eye, on the nose. Like they're really, really into the blush look. So I'm just like really blushing it up, which makes me happy because I love blush. Also, using a cream product is going to give you more hydration than using a powder product. So I'm going to contour on the millennial side, okay? And so millennials, we're not contouring down here anymore, okay? We need to take it up, baby. We want everything lifted, okay? We want everything lifted. So we want to contour higher than we learned how to back in 2015, right? So we're gonna start our contour here, and we're gonna come down in an angle. And also take some here, all of the above. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with some blush and go here.
What's your favorite
And
color?
golden copper, that's what I'm wearing right now. I love golden copper. It is the best on bronze skin tones, okay? Like every bronze girly needs it in their life. So we're not super different, but just different techniques to achieve different looks. And now where it's going to get really different is eyes and lips. So with eyes on the Gen Z side, I'm going to just use a liquid eyeshadow because I find, like I said, that they're not really looking for a lot of like a whole eyeshadow look. They just want a little bit of something or nothing at all. So this is our liquid eyeshadow in the shade Pink Starlight. It's like a nice rose gold shade, a little bit of shimmer. Nothing too heavy or dramatic. They're not really into the bold eye makeup, I'm finding. Whereas we went a little overboard with the eye makeup. Us millennials, we were rimming our eyes and eyeliner back in high school, right, guys? We've grown from that now, but we still love we still love some dramatic eye makeup. All right, so I'm gonna quickly show you a millennial who has grown, right? So I'm gonna start with a fluffy eyeshadow brush. I'm using the shade Mahogany, and I'm going into my crease. And I am blending that back and forth. Now, one of the things that I really loved, one of the eye looks that I really love to do that I find is so flattering, and especially not that like millennial, we're not old, guys, we're not. But depending on which side of the millennial age group you're on, you might be starting to get more crinkly eyelids. And I think I might have learned this from you, Heather, in one of your millions of makeup tutorials, is that shimmery eyeshadow on crinkly eyelids is not the business. Like, go matte. So I am using Biscotti, and I am taking my all over eyeshadow brush and just kind of stamping that in on my lid.
Prose is custom hair care made for the label readers, the skeptics, and most of all, it's made for you. But what actually goes into a hair care routine that's
to do a matte look on my eyes? I'm gonna go back in with some of that Mahogany. And this is just like my everyday eyeshadow. And then I'm going to very lightly touch the black and go into my outer corner. Okay, so that's just like an everyday eyeshadow look for me, more on the matte side, more on the dramatic and bold side. And then gotta have some eyeliner. Gotta have some eyeliner for us millennials. We are all about the eyeliner. And I feel like Gen Zers, they're doing just like a very little bit of eyeliner, and it's mostly on the outer like part. And they're doing like a really tiny little wing. So I did along the top and a little along the bottom. But for on the Gen Z side, I'm just gonna do a little bit, and I'm no pressure or anything to be doing a wing in front of all these people, but
It's a brave soul right there.
let me grab my liquid eyeliner, honestly. All right, so there's just like a little tiny flick, I feel like. Nothing too bold or dramatic, and it just kind of, that's it. That's what I see a lot on Gen Z for their makeup. Very little eye makeup and then a little bitty wing. I'm not Gen Z, so some of y'all watching this are probably like, no, you don't. I'm sorry, I'm old. So I'm gonna do some finishing spray. And I'm going to blend. These brows are not cute today. All right, so let's do some mascara. I am a Lash Love girly. I like a very defined mascara. So this one has the really tiny bristles. And I'm not really sure that there's much of a difference mascara-wise on Gen Z versus millennial. I know we were really into the spatter lashes, but I think we've grown out of those. So yes, hallelujah. So just getting some on there. Maybe Gen Zers might skip the bottom mascara, but I personally would not. It would be against my religion. So okay, and then just gonna quickly finish this and then move to lips. All right, so lips. I think that Gen Zers are all about some gloss. They're really not a big full lip girly, but some of them are. They're really, lip liner is so back right now. So I think that like there are some people who are really into like a whole lip look with lip liner and all of the above. And then there are some of them who are not. I am such a lip liner girl. So I'm using Truffle Nude. If you, I mean, of course, like the Kardashians and their lip kits, Kylie Jenner or whatever. And then like Meg Thee Stallion, she kind of brought back, especially for women of color, like this dark lip liner. I feel like she brought that back in style. I'm so into dark lip liner.
So you're leaving that line, like the line is okay.
I am, for me personally. Now I know for like on my ivory beige clients, I'll typically fill in with like their nude lip liner, fill in all over. I find that women of color, we need some dimension in our lip color, or else we look ashy. So if I did an all over pink or an all over nude, I would look like a clown. And so I have to have some dimension in there, or just do some gloss. Okay, so one of my favorite lip combos right now that I've been doing has been these two glosses and no lipstick, and maybe some lip liner underneath. So this is our chocolate nude. This is my millennial side. Okay,
that's your Gen Z.
My Gen Z side. Yes. Okay. So I'm doing chocolate nude, basically over top of where I did the liner, and then I'm doing soft nude gloss on the inside, and making kind of like an ombre. And then, or sometimes I will take like a brighter color, if I can see, same color that I did on my cheeks, and fill in there and not do a gloss, because on the millennial side, we were rocking with a matte lip, right? Matte lips aren't really in anymore, but we rock with a matte lip. So that would be my difference. Okay, so my millennial side is more glossy, glowy, hydrated, simple on the eyeshadow with a little wing. My millennial side is more matte, a bolder eye, liner across the top and on the bottom with a matte lip, more full coverage foundation. So those are the differences between the two. And we only went 2 minutes over. I'm proud of me.
I still am in awe that you.
Okay, we went a little long today. Sorry about that. But oh my gosh, who knew that the 20s we split in half?
I did not. I did not. I love that.
I did not. So I think that's what's so wonderful about our brand, is that we do cover all ages. We, especially with our new Mary Kay skincare launch for our teens, like you were talking about. And these girls in their teens, I mean, they are wild about skincare, which is so cool. But yeah, it was a little long, but guess what? You can hit, replay. Sorry for all the commercials. I don't know why YouTube did that this time. Last week, they didn't do that at all. So sorry about that. I'll see if I can get a recording that is not full of YouTube commercials. So Karen, what are your takeaways from tonight?
I just really loved everything she had to say. I'm going to be for real. I mean, she was phenomenal.
Yes.
I mean, I was like, she blew me away. She blew me away. I mean,
well, I'm sitting here. I don't know about you, but I took 2 pages of notes just trying to keep up with what she was saying. Like,
that's what I had my head down for a couple of times, because I was like, wow.
Got to write that down.
Yes, because certain things I didn't know. We're always learning new things. I know I'm always learning. Okay.
Yes.
We're never too old to learn. Okay.
Right.
Never.
For sure. For sure. Well, everybody, I hope you're finding this, helpful. Hashtag replay. And we've got our 30s and 40s next week. And that one is a fun video too. That one is some fun training. And then, oh gosh, we hit the 50s and 60s. That, I'm still in my 20s, but those 50s and 60s, that gal is phenomenal. I mean, beautiful. And she makes her tips are like the 50s and 60s look like the 40s. So yay us. All right. Well, I think we're good tonight. Thanks for staying on a little bit longer, and hashtag replay. And we will see you next week. Anything else you want to share, Karen?
No, you just be the best. Be the best. Shine the light.
Absolutely. Well, good night, everybody, and be the best. Shine the light. Bye.